The Super Bowl, not just for football, but for entertainment as well as what I'm mostly there for, the food. Buffalo Chicken Dip being the championship winner for me, or if not championship winner, one of the finalists for the championship division. Is that right? Yeah? Alright. So today I will be trying to predict who will win the 2024 Super Bowl. So I came up with 3 ways to determine who is going to win the Super Bowl for 2024. At the end, we're going to add up the scores, and the best 2 out of 3 will be the winner, and that is who we will be predicting will win the 2024 Super Bowl. So growing up, I was never really into football, but I was always curious as to know why is it called the Super Bowl. I always imagined some sort of like soup or like noodle dish in it for some reason, and I wanted to know like what the correlation between a large bowl of soup and football was. I was intrigued, and thus I was on a mission to find out this answer. In 1966, the AFL and the NFL began as separate leagues and were set to merge. The Big One, the Pro Bowl, and the World Series of Football were names that were considered for what we now know as the Super Bowl. Lamar Hunt of the AFLs and the owner of the Kansas City Chiefs was the one who coined the term Super Bowl. How? There was a popular kids' toy in the 60s.
Hurry! Discover your new power with Super Ball by Whammo!
Which was a bouncy rubber ball toy. Although Hunt didn't think the name would stick and a better name would emerge, he suggested the name the Super Bowl after the children's toy, the Super Ball. Due to word of mouth, the name spread and the name stuck. The first official Super Bowl took place on January 15, 1967, at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. The final score? Green Bay Packers 35 and the Chiefs 10. Now how do they start the Super Bowl? With a coin toss. Alright, I got my American quarter. So heads is gonna be Chiefs, tails is gonna be 49ers. Let's get this show on the road. Who is it? Heads, it's heads. 1, 2, 3. Who is it? Oh, it's tails. It's tails. Oh my gosh, we're 1-1. 1-1. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm scared. It's tails. Oh my gosh. Our first strategy of determining who's going to win the Super Bowl 2024 is the 49ers. Now, if you're anything like me and you wonder how do they choose which team plays against who in order to get to the Super Bowl, don't worry, I have some answers. I did some research. Let's get into it. There are 32 teams in total. 16 teams make up the 2 conferences, the National Football League and the American Football League. Within each 16-team conference, there are 4 regional divisions of 4 teams, the North, South, East, and West divisions. Each team plays their division's rivals, home and away, for a total of 6 games. The teams play against another division in the same conference, 2 home and 2 away, for a total of 10 games played. The teams play against another division, but in a different conference, and another 2 home games and another 2 away games, for another set of 4 games, which leads us to a total of 14 games played. The last 2 games are teams from the 2 remaining divisions that are in the same conference. These games are determined by the previous season. In March of 2020, there was an agreement to expand the season to 17 games instead of 16.
Now here you go. NFL is going to approve a 17-game schedule.
Of some breaking news in the NFL, Ian, a 17th game is now officially on the way.
In this division, a team is not going against another team that they already played this year, that they didn't play last year, and that they are not going to be playing next year. At the end of the season, the team with the best record in each division, along with the teams with the 3 next best records, also known as the wildcard teams, qualify for the playoffs. The teams are then divided up into number seeds of 1 through 7. It's basically a ranking of who had the best record this season. The number 1 seed from each conference will have a bye week in the wildcard division, which means they advance to the next round automatically. As for the rest, it is paired by the highest seed versus the lower seed. The first seed has a bye week or rest week. And the wildcard division is Seed 2 versus Seed 7, Seed 3 versus Seed 6, and Seed 4 versus Seed 5. After the wildcard division, the number 1 seed rejoins the competition, and it begins the elimination rounds. Finally, the winner of each conference playoff meet to compete in the Super Bowl. The next strategy that is going to be helping us with determining who is going to be the 2024 Super Bowl champion is Instagram, which, if you aren't already, you should follow my Instagram. But before I continue, this is a convenient sample, and then this is also self-selecting as well, so people who viewed my story were able to choose whether or not they wanted to answer the poll. So I posted a poll on my Instagram story, and I asked, who do you want to win the Super Bowl? And we're gonna check the results right now. Wow, okay. The 49ers have won with 59%, and the Chiefs with 41%, unfortunately. So the people have spoken. If you participated in this poll, thank you. In the Super Bowl, there are 4 quarters, 15 minutes each, for a total of 60 minutes. And the first 2 quarters happen, and then there's a halftime, better yet known as the halftime show. Halftime takes place between the second quarter and the third quarter of the game. This time allows for the teams to rest, regroup, and or re-strategize before the third and fourth quarter. The halftime show was used as a way to entertain the crowd during this period of the game. It originally was community focused. They would use their local talent to perform, such as marching bands, drill teams, and sometimes a notable figure would make an appearance. One of the difficulties with involving university marching bands is the coordination between the Super Bowl organizers and the university marching band director about scheduling, rehearsal, a place to stay, and travel. In 1989, Coca-Cola had sponsored the halftime show, which featured an innovative 3D effect that was used during the broadcast. The 3D glasses were distributed nationwide at Coca-Cola retailers. This show consisted of an Elvis Presley impersonator catching the audience's attention with this 3D effect. In 2017, Lady Gaga had headlined the Super Bowl, and her show started with a drone show. The drone show was not only a spectacle to look at, but demonstrated the potential of what drones can do. We can see this in things now like before Blackpink's Coachella performance, and Disney had started utilizing this technology in their Paris theme park. This year, it's Usher. Who do I want to see perform the Super Bowl halftime? I'm glad you asked. I would like to see Blackpink.
When we pull up, you know it's a shutdown. 간판 내리고 문 잠궈 shutdown.
Ariana Grande.
Makes me feel like a dangerous woman. Something.
Maybe even Stray Kids.
Welcome to the Stray Kids Hot Megaverse.
Perform the Super Bowl one of these days. In order to determine the next 2024 Super Bowl the 2024 Super Bowl champion, I wanted to go based off of statistics, some facts. I wanted to see who is more likely to win based on record. You know, agility, strength, speed, their performance this season, if you will. I couldn't really find clear pinpoint answer. A lot of the articles I read were like, basically just like, well, here are the pros and cons of both, and here's how it could play out. Who are you rooting for? But I did find one by ESPN themselves. So ESPN wrote an article, and it said that it didn't say the Chiefs were going to win, but it did say that the Chiefs had an advantage over the 49ers. So therefore, based off of one article, this statistical determining factor for this round is going to go to the Chiefs. And now that all of those 3 rounds are done, our predicted 58th Super Bowl champion is going to be the 49ers. Let's go 49ers! Let's go 49ers! So we're rooting for the 49ers. Good luck to both teams. They've had a great season so far. They should be proud of themselves either way. But where are you going to catch me on Sunday? I'm going to be watching the Puppy Bowl. That's right, I watched the Puppy Bowl. Let me know who you're rooting for down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.